comfort during these difficult times.
And
so
comfort equals less tantrums and less anger and frustration and moody teenagers.
Yeah, less of those outbursts, right? Like, it can be, y'all agree that, okay, 10 o'clock is bedtime. Okay, fine. 10 o'clock is bedtime. At their house and at your house. Every night, 10 o'clock is bedtime. That's co-parenting. That's making an agreement together that we're going to do this, and that's you sticking with it. I think it's great. I hope more people do this type of stuff, but I think it's great. I lose my mouse on the computer all the time. So, benefits of mealtime structure and routine. Veggies and Virtue, which I just thought this was a really fun website because
it's a fun name.
Yeah, because it's Veggies and Virtue. Don't know, I did not go any further.
Probably eat your veggies.
Than the title. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's something along those lines. I did not go any further than the title because I was literally just looking for something really cool about schedules and routines, and they had a very nice one. So, they say that having mealtime structure and routine is the best thing that you can do for your family because it helps you to raise competent eaters while making your days easier, which makes sense because we just talked about how meals and schedules impact each other.
Yes.
Like, that's been, 90% of this topic, I think. Be healthy,
we also
better.
like to eat.
We do.
So we might
foodies.
be biased.
Mm-hmm. Number 1 is trust. If meals are stressful and inconsistent, mealtime structure and routines can build trust between you and your child. Realizing that they can depend on you for predictable and consistent meals and snacks gives them the space they need to listen to their hunger and fullness cues. And you can watch for self-regulation skills to develop, and they will help hopefully develop their own eating intuition as well.
Mine takes too long to eat. He just sits
take
there
a long time.
And he'll take a bite and then 15 minutes later take another bite, and then it's 2 hours later and we still haven't finished eating.
He's just easily distracted though.
That's it.
And so he's eating because he's like, well, I know I'm hungry. And I know I should be
eating. I really
eating.
want to go see what this shiny thing on the wall is.
Yeah, and then he'll just go.
And it might be a spider. And now I've got
go.
to talk about this spider.
And then you've got, an hour of him talking about the spider. And let me show you.
There might be one in my room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there could be.
Yeah,
there very well
absolutely.
could be.
That's why we have pest control. We're like, good God, child. Right. So, number 2 is it can be less fussiness and more enjoyment. Because everybody wants to enjoy their meals more and have the kids complain less. But they say structure and routine are the cornerstone to achieve that throughout childhood. A higher meal structure at 2 and 3 can predict less food fussiness in 5 years. So lower structure predicts more food fussiness.
Makes sense.
And it's a study. You can actually read the study.
Because I can do what I want when I want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think they're referring to sitting down and eating meals, which I know we struggle with in our household, all sitting down and eating together because we do stuff all the time.
Right.
But we do family fun nights on Friday, and we all sit down and we all eat together. And that's the one time we all get...
That we're actually sitting together.
And so I feel like this would be better if we were applying it over a week. But, I mean, once a week, I feel like I'm winning.
Decent.
I'm winning, right?
Yeah.
It says number 3 is confidence. So no more second-guessing yourself or your child when they tell you they're hungry 20 minutes after lunchtime. Because mealtime structure and routine eliminates the guesswork in your days. So instead of letting them, graze all day, which I'm prone to do on the weekends.
Yeah, I am too.
Their daycares are amazing at this, right? They go... We do snack time at 10 o'clock. And they do snack time every day.
And they eat at 11:30.
10 o'clock. And they do lunch at 11:30.
Snack at 3.
Mm-hmm. And they do nap time in that
they're
between
still
the time.
there, they'll snack again at 5.
Yes. And so they don't worry about the kids being starved because they know that they've fed them something and offered it to them sometime during the day. And so daycares are amazing at this. Me, not so much. But we try to reduce grazing because otherwise I find apples in my bed.
I found a half a pizza this morning when I was trying to make my kid's bed.
I found that...
And it was under his pillow.
Oh my gosh. I found an apple core in my bed. Like, I go to make my own bed, and there's an apple core, and I was like, I don't remember this being here last night.
That's so much better than a pizza.
It is better than pizza. Pizza's impressive.
What are you doing with this? He goes, I wanted it. I said, but what? Why is it under your pillow?
He was saving it for later.
I was so upset.
He was worried you were going to take it from him.
I did take it this morning.
Oops. Oh well.
Anyway.
Yeah. So number 4 is health habits. A relatively set schedule gives your child consistent opportunities to practice great mealtime habits and to build a healthy relationship with food. And I think that has to do with they don't have to clean their plates at every meal, right? It's them recognizing I'm full and I know I'm not going to get to eat again until whatever time it is. And I think it's that having that boundaries that makes that healthy relationship. Because otherwise, either your child gorges themselves until they puke, which I've had, all of mine have done at some point in time in their life. I don't know why kids do that. They just do. And then, or they go, I'm not hungry. And then as soon as you put their food away, they're like, but I want that cake.
Yes.
Well, that's not how this works. It's
you
not
have
how
to
any
eat
of this
your
works.
food to have it.
Yeah, so you have to eat until you're comfortably full. And then later, and we do later as in like a couple of hours, we try to cut off desserts by 9 o'clock. But we try to do dessert sometime between 8 and 9. Because I feel like at that time you've had time for your food to settle. You should either A, want the dessert or not want the dessert, and that be the end of it. Like,
right.
So, healthy mealtime habits I think are very important. Number 5, better appetites. Proper meal and snack times prevent the all-day grazing, which we've been talking about. And in doing so, they help regulate your child's appetite. Because if you're worried you could be worried your child is eating too much or too little. And I think I see that on Facebook all the time. They're like, how do I know my child's getting nutrition? Is he gaining weight? Does he look healthy? Is he lethargic? If he is lethargic, then he's probably not getting enough or something else is wrong, vitamin deficiencies. But if your child just picks at stuff and they still have the energy to run 5 miles a day, they're probably okay. Because mine right now is going through a growth spurt. Like coming out of one. Like he doesn't eat as much out of that growth spurt as he does when he's in a growth spurt.
Yeah, eats everything.
He eats everything. And then like now, we offered him pizza earlier and he was like, I mean, I want it, but then he didn't eat it. I think yours ate it. I think yours ate it.
I was so proud. He ate one whole slice of pizza and a cheese stick.
I know. I was shocked.
Because mine eats too little.
In one sitting.
Yes.
In one sitting being 30 minutes. But he ate that pizza, damn it. But,
and this is a different situation than the pizza in his bed this morning, by the way.
Yes. We're not talking about the same piece.
That was a different piece.
Different piece of pizza.
He did not eat last night.
He really likes pizza. We know he will eat pizza. I know mine will eat chicken.
At least a few bites.
Yeah. If we want mine to eat, we're worried he's not eating enough, you offer him chicken. If he eats the chicken, he's probably going to be okay. If he refuses chicken, we know he's coming down with something. We do the chicken test.
The chicken test.
Everybody should have a chicken test. Like it should be like a thing
Mine's
for kids.
not food motivated enough to have a chicken test.
Mine is really
like, okay, I just won't eat.
Mine's really just a food test in general. If you offer him food and he rejects it in any form of that word, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Because mine eats all the time. Like, if there was food out constantly, I think he would eat constantly because I think he likes the mouthiness of it. We were talking about this the other day.
Yes.
He's always putting stuff in his mouth. I think he likes to be mouthy. He's not overweight or anything by those means because he eats, like, constantly. Like, it's like a grazing throughout the day if given that chance. And he just loves it.
Well, another thing that all this helps is their stools. And happy stool is a happy toddler. Just saying.
True.
But my kiddo last week did not have very healthy meals back to back. And I was picking him up from daycare. And as I go into daycare, everything's going fine. He's smiling. All the other kids are playing. And he comes up to me and goes, "Hi, Mom." I go, "Hi." He goes, "I pooped in my britches." And I go, "Oh, no. You need me to change you?" He goes, "Yeah, but only a little bit. It's like squishy, kind of like my squishy ball, or like slime." And he with a big old smirk. And I was like, oh goodness. Okay, let's go inside now. Get changed.
That's nice, dear. That's nice. Yeah, I will say with toddlers, you can generally...
Too much cantaloupe.
You can usually tell. Mine says cantaloupe is disgust. That's what he was telling me was disgust. Cantaloupe. Yeah, no, he took a bite of one and he gave it back to me and he goes, that's disgust.
That's sad.
So, it's fine. It's more for me. But, yeah, kids and poop, man. That's how you know. Are they getting what the nutrients they need? Everything comes down to poo. All right. So, I really like this wine. The more I sip on it, I think the more I like it.
Yeah, I think it's a lot better. And like you said, something light.
Mm-hmm.
Like a bunch of cheeses.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I would drink it poolside.
No.
But I would have it.
I wouldn't like that in the heat of the day. You wouldn't be able to taste it.
I don't think so. I think this is one you have to keep iced. You know, this might make a good mixer.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I'm just not really good at mixing my wines. I think that's something I struggle with is taking my wines and, like, mixing them with other things because I don't like to mess with the integrity of the wine. So I struggle there. But that's a me problem, not a you problem. Maybe you are more into that. So, I guess that wraps up today's episode. We hope you enjoyed the wine and the motherhood adventure. Thank you for tuning in and turning up with us. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at Mom's Guide to, that's the number 2, wine. Leave us a love note, episode suggestion, or just say hi.
What's up?
This is Eliza.
This is Rosie.
And we'll be spilling with you soon.